Well, while Heather was busy building her dream house this season, it seemed like others were trying to tear her down.
All right, since you're standing here, I have to talk to you about something.
Okay, let's talk.
Okay.
Okay, so season 19 of The Real Housewives of Orange County, it just launched.
Just got started.
And wow, already we're hearing quite a bit of chatter, not just about this season, but looking ahead to maybe season 20.
Yeah, specifically about who might not be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Two names keep coming up, Heather Dubrow and Katie Janela.
Right, but for very, very different reasons, it seems.
Totally different. With Heather, the talk is more like her heart's just not in it anymore.
Whereas with Katie, the descriptions are more intense, like she's spiraling.
Yeah, spiraling amid all the group tension. Let's dig into Heather's side first. I mean, she has such a long history with RHOC.
Oh, absolutely. She first joined, was it season 7? Back in 2013.
That's right. Stayed through season 11, took a break, and then came back strong for season 16 in 2021.
A major comeback. But now this idea of season 19 being a farewell tour.
Yeah, what do you make of that for someone so established?
Well, the reports suggest her focus has, really widened. There's talk about global activities, more time in Los Angeles.
Implying maybe less connection to the OC group specifically?
Precisely. It doesn't sound like someone just getting tired of filming, more like someone who's strategically outgrowing the specific show. The phrase used was ready to fly the nest.
Fly the nest. That definitely evokes a sense of deliberate choice, maybe using the platform to build something bigger.
Yeah, like leveraging the show rather than just, being defined by it. It feels like a calculated next step for her brand, perhaps.
Okay, so Heather's sounds like a potential conscious uncoupling from the show, driven by her own evolving priorities.
Seems that way.
Now let's pivot to Katie Janela. Her situation illustrates a very different kind of struggle.
Completely different. She's much newer, right? Only joined for season 18 last year.
Yeah, and the sources paint a picture of someone who just fundamentally doesn't fit in with this group.
And that those struggles are probably going to get, well, even more visible this season.
Apparently so. The premiere didn't go well for her, leading to this word again, spiral.
Which suggests, maybe a real difficulty coping with the environment and the conflicts.
Definitely. And she's reportedly had feuds with quite a few co-stars, Heather, Emily, Tamra, Shannon. It's a long list.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in on these shows. You need allies.
And remember those earlier reports about her supposedly being removed from the cast trip to Amsterdam?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. And filming less afterwards.
It sort of demonstrates the intense difficulty she might be having adapting to this specific reality TV world. It's not just arguments, it's the whole performance aspect.
Right, and one insider was pretty blunt, saying Katie is just not cut out for reality TV.
Wow, that's quite a statement.
It is. It suggests the issue isn't just personality clashes, but maybe a basic incompatibility with the demands, the pressure, the public scrutiny of it all.
It really underscores how unique and, frankly, how harsh that environment can be. Not everyone is built for it.
Absolutely not. It takes a certain kind of resilience, maybe, or a different set of coping mechanisms.
Next, Tamra Judge's very candid appearance on Watch What Happens Live. This was July 10th. First big thing. Tamra was asked, who's maybe overstayed their welcome on Real Housewives, and she didn't pause, just straight up said, Shannon Beador.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, she said it feels like the same thing every single season, and crucially, no growth.
Yeah.
That's a pretty heavy critique for someone who's been on the show so long, isn't it?
It really is. And that no growth comment, it points to this critical moment for reality stars who've been around a while. When does being consistent just become stale?
And it got even more personal. Tamra reacted to Shannon, saying her husband, Eddie, gave off smoldrock energy. Tamra just fired back, basically saying Shannon herself has that energy, defining it as insecurity. But then there was a little backtrack, kind of. She expressed some regret about previously calling Shannon an alcoholic, said she maybe should have just said drinking problem. Okay, next update we have involves another feud. Tamra revisited the tension with Gretchen Rossi. She compared Gretchen coming back to Alexis Bellino's return, saying she actually likes Alexis, they get along fine.
But not Gretchen.
No. With Gretchen, Tamra said she tried to move on, but Gretchen apparently wants to fight about things that weren't even filmed in HD.
Huh. That's a specific kind of old grudge.
Isn't it? Tamra even threw a bit of shade about Gretchen using filters, telling her to let it go, because HD wasn't even around back then. And when Andy asked for 3 nice things about Gretchen, Tamra was just like, no, it's not happening. Flat out.
Wow.
Okay, next update. Jennifer Pedranti. Tamra clarified she wasn't actually attacking Jennifer's boyfriend, Ryan Boyajian, but Andy Cohen had to jump in live and warn her to be careful. This was clearly nodding towards Tamra, hinting before that Ryan was allegedly involved in that MLB gambling scandal.
Allegedly.
Exactly. Tamra just added, I know, allegedly, but she did call their idea of getting married in swimsuits kind of tacky. Tamra shared a really lovely update about Teddi Mellencamp, her friend and podcast co-host. Teddi's battling brain and lung cancer. Tamra called her the strongest person I know. And she shared that Teddi's doctor said she's in the tiny 1% where immunotherapy is actually shrinking the tumors.
Oh, that's incredible news.
Yeah, Tamra really believes Teddi's strong mind and positive attitude will get her through it. Next, Katie Janella. Tamra seemed genuinely confused about her. Said Katie comes across very sweet and innocent, but Tamra just isn't sure if things Katie's done are because she's a bad person or she got caught up in being on this show.
And that's such a core question in reality TV, isn't it? How much is someone's real personality and how much is just reacting to the cameras, the pressure, the whole situation?
Next, we are going to talk about a major revelation from the world of Vanderpump Rules, involving Brock Davies and Scheana Shay.
Yeah, quite the bombshell, really. It kind of adds these new layers to a story people thought they knew.
Right. So an excerpt from Sheena's new book, My Good Side, it confirms Brock cheated.
It does. The book, it details that Brock confessed this back in 2020. Scheana was pregnant then with Summer Moon, who's 4 now.
Wow. Okay. And did you say why?
Well, according to the book, his stated reason, it eliminates this deep fear he had about, being a father again, feeling like he didn't deserve it.
That adds some context, I guess.
It definitely shapes the background to his confession, yeah.
And then almost immediately, this unnamed woman came forward.
Exactly. She shared this suggestive photo, her kissing Brock on the cheek.
And the TikTok captions, they seem to hint at something more, right?
Totally. She wrote things like, "Mother, lives in suburbs, never goes out." Then, but there was a time, alongside the photo.
And that other message, when my kids are old enough, I'll show them Vanderpump Rules, definitely fueled the fire.
For sure. And what's fascinating here is how these timelines started clashing.
How so?
Well, in her comments, this woman seemed to say the photo was from, December 2015 in Vegas.
Okay. But Sheena's book says 2020.
Right. 2020, San Diego, during the pandemic. And that Brock knew the person before he even met Scheana.
So wait, are these two different situations or just total confusion?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
And Sheena's reaction in the book, pretty intense.
Oh, absolutely. She describes feeling this incredible rage. She even admits she threw a Rubik's Cube at him.
Wow. Next update, we have about a double dose of relationship news from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Starting with some big news, Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers are getting divorced. She's 54, he's 49.
And Teddi Mellencamp and Erika Jayne weighed in.
They did on their podcast, Diamonds in the Rough. They're definitely supporting Denise. Aaron filed, and he's actually asking for spousal support from Denise.
Spousal support? Wow. How did Erika react to that?
Disappointed. She pointed out Denise is a working mom with 3 girls, Sammy, Lola, and Eloise.
And Teddi and Erika didn't hold back, I gather.
Not at all. Teddi even brought up something Denise said on her own show, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things.
What was that?
About how she'd never believe in divorce, that it could never happen. Hindsight, I guess.
Ouch. And they comment on the timing, too. He filed on July 4th.
Yeah. Teddi called him a drackwad and gross for doing that, for his demands. Their disapproval was very clear.
So what's particularly fascinating that they highlighted?
Well, what seemed to shock them most was Aaron apparently not claiming Eloise, who's 14, in the divorce filing.
Wait, didn't he adopt her?
That's what Teddi and Erika seemed to believe. That he had adopted her and she'd been living with them since the wedding in 2018.
So why wouldn't he claim her?
Teddi suggested it was gross, and maybe because he didn't ever want to have to pay Denise anything.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Teddi Mellencamp had her own relationship news.
She did. She confirmed she ended her new relationship with Ricci Rea, the TV producer.
Oh, okay. Why was that?
Well, Teddi clarified it's because of her ongoing health battle with the brain and lung cancer.
Right, of course.
She explained on the podcast very openly that she had to call things off, said she just doesn't have the capacity for this right now, needs to focus on health, rest.
That must have been incredibly difficult.
For sure. She acknowledged she's a really nice guy, but said the timing sucks. And she was very candid about dating with her health condition.
Guess so.
Said she's upfront about her limitations, and she accepts if it's not enough for someone. Total honesty.
It takes strength.
It really does. And interestingly, she also revealed that by the time the news about her and Ricci even broke, they'd already split up.
Wow. Shows you how fast things change behind the scenes compared to the headlines.
Absolutely.
Next update we have about the Summer House star, Paige DeSorbo, and recent photos that seem to confirm a new romance. Paige was reportedly seen holding hands with Joe D'Amelio in Italy.
In Capri, yeah, earlier this week. An insider apparently said they looked very much together.
And Dumois shared photos.
Yep, proclaiming the romance was heating up. Standard stuff for them.
Okay, and the photos themselves. The outfits described Paige in a black knit mini dress, Joe in a t-shirt and shorts.
Right, showing his tattoos. And what's sort of compelling is Paige herself later posted an Instagram photo.
In the same dress.
In the exact same black knit dress, which, seems to subtly confirm she was there in those paparazzi shots. A little nod, maybe.
Interesting. Now, the context here is key, isn't it? She's been linked to Joe since January.
That's right. Pretty soon after she publicly confirmed her split from Craig Conover back in November 2024. They dated for 3 years.
But hasn't she been saying she's single?
Consistently. That's what makes it noteworthy. She even went on her podcast, Gigi Squad, back in February, and flat out said, I am single. I don't have a new boyfriend. I did not cheat on my ex-boyfriend. And this isn't the first time they've been spotted together.
Oh, yeah?
Remember the Philadelphia Eagles game back in January? That looked like their debut.
Right.
And they were reportedly seen in Miami, New Orleans, too. There were even suggestions about his bags, implying they stayed in the same room.
So the sightings kept building.
Yeah, which makes her public denials all the more, interesting to watch.
Next update we have about Real Housewives of Miami star Larsa Pippen and her recent dating revelations.
Ah, yes, Larsa. She was on the Lip Service podcast, and she revealed something interesting. For her current guy, Jeff Kobe, he's 31, she apparently dated a 47-year-old NBA coach.
Okay, this was after Marcus Jordan.
Right, after that split last summer. And she described this coach as immature.
Immature, despite being older.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did she elaborate?
She did. She characterized him as someone who never wanted to get married, was afraid of commitment, the type. And she described this pattern where if she tried to push him away, he'd apparently send thousands of dollars worth of flowers and bags to win her back.
Whoa. Sounds intense. And maybe not very stable.
Seems like it. But what's really fascinating here is the reason Larsa gave for dating him in the first place.
Which was?
She said, quote, just to prove that age is nothing but a number, I'll never date anyone like you again.
Wow. Okay, so it was like an experiment or making a point.
Seems like it. And she also mentioned he was dating someone else, someone he had a kid with but didn't marry. Larsa called that wasting her time.
So this really illuminates Larsa's view on commitment then. Very clear.
Very clear. It's kind of a masterclass in dropping hints, isn't it? Gives just enough detail to get people talking, speculating without maybe crossing legal lines. Controls the narrative.
And speaking of speculation,
yeah,
fans think they know who it is.
Oh, yeah. The internet detectives are on the case. Many are pointing to Ime Udoka.
A Houston Rockets coach. He's 47.
Exactly. They're citing his past relationship with Nia Long. They have a son and, his previous affair scandal when he was with the Celtics. The details seem to fit the clues Larsa dropped.